Hello, my friends, and welcome back to PlayStation Experience 2017. We are still here in Anaheim, California, and boy, howdy, I'm excited for the next game that we got. I am a little bit, and we'll get to that in a second, but for Dragon's Crown Pro, I am joined by Jacob and Jason from Atlas. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
As we discussed backstage, I'm a bit of a fan of the original Dragon's Crown. I may have invested an unhealthy amount of time.
How many hundreds of hours?
I don't know. I have to go. I'll go back and look at my clock. Hold on, I'll be right.
What was your main platform? Vita, PS3?
Probably PS3.
PS3.
And then Vita, like in bed before
of course, you gotta grind. It's easier cooking.
Yeah, exactly. So, yes, that's true. So Dragon's Crown Pro recently announced. Tell me a little bit about. There's some very nice updates coming to this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone's favorite couch co-op game. It looks better than it ever has before. It supports 4K resolution. So if you have a PS4 Pro and a 4K TV. Vanillaware's animation is it really pops. It's absolutely good.
I'm even just looking at this logo on the screen. And it looks
oh, yeah. I mean, that's the whole game right there.
we should go into the demo, though. Let's get it started because we have a demo we have a full multiplayer demo ready to go.
Let's go.
I love that.
Yep. We have, several people back there doing it right now. And so what's really cool is you could have a couple people on the couch playing, like we're sitting here. Right. And then, a couple people elsewhere also playing. Again, it's cross-save, so someone like you has a lot of hours. You don't have to start over. You can pick it right where you left off. And if you want to play, let's say Justin has a PS3 copy or a copy for his PS Vita, you can play right with him.
Yeah, that actually kind of caught me by surprise too, because like we were talking about, I was predominantly on PS3.
Yep.
But the upcoming PS4 Pro version, or sorry, PS4 and PS4 Pro version, yeah, just totally can play with anything.
Yeah.
What's the disconnect between somebody like Ryan who's played for 18,000 hours and someone like me who maybe I dipped my toe into it. I played it for a few hours when it first came out, but I'm not as experienced as him. Could I join a game with him and we'll be able to play well together?
Yeah, 100%. This game is very accessible to all players. So you can just button mash your way through, or if you want to get really into the tech, there's a lot of depth to the fighting system. Plus, all the characters have their very own unique fighting styles. So if you want just a basic fighter, just go through. All you need to do is smash things. You can do that, or if you want to be very precise in your attacks, there's that elves, long range, short range. It's whatever playstyle you want.
Nice. And I feel like we owe it to listeners and viewers that maybe didn't play the original Dragon's Crown, which maybe some people. This was a extremely in-depth brawler that was kind of class-based because each character, like Jason said, different fighting styles. Room-to-room combat through these branching levels in a high fantasy environment. I mean, it's basically the bread and butter of so many gamers around the world, right? And that is all here in Dragon's Crown Pro.
Yep. And I think one of the things we'll really appreciate about Dragon's Crown Pro is it has a whole new soundtrack recorded with a live orchestra. So if you've been listening to hours and hours of the previous game, you'll be able to enjoy some new music when you start a new one for this. So.
And what kind of an undertaking was it to orchestrate that soundtrack?
So I'm not a conductor. I know
sure.
that might surprise some of you.
Let me tell you what. Oh man, when I stepped onto that stage and the musicians looked up at me.
I'm a jack of all trades. I'm a conductor.
No. I imagine it's not just something they can flip a switch on. Though,
no, not at
all.
All original recordings.
Yeah.
So I would say
there's that.
so there's that. I would say however they go from composition to laying out all the instruments.
I do want to mention for anyone who's new to the series, you actually have multiple paths every time you play through this game. So each area you go to, you can go A or B route, but you can also find secret areas and extra bosses within those routes. So right now we're actually getting to a branch in the story.
And we're going to go with A. And I also want to point out that this game had a shockingly addictive kind of loot ranking gold grinds that you got from going through these missions, which is essentially what I did.
Oh, yeah.
And what brought me back so many times. There's just so much to do in each branch of each level. And I
not to mention all the
quest fighter, I think.
And I think that's probably what brought you back so many hours too,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Completing all the quests, because you actually unlock all the gorgeous art by Kamatani as you go through. Every time you complete a quest, you get a new splash image that it's all beautiful.
And all those have lore written.
Right,
for them
yeah,
as
exactly.
well, which is so great. Let's talk about the one where she basically just this lady boils alive a bunch of thieves or something. I forgot the specifics, but hey, it's great, very disturbing, but hey, good on that lady for doing that to all those nasty thief men.
You know, I think that those are some of the things that people really love about Vanillaware when they put that into their games. You know, when you look at the games that they make, you can really see the passion and sort of the care that they put in towards them. So.
No, there is no prouder human being on the planet than the fighter riding a giant saber. Tiger, monster, panther? I don't know what that is, but
I mean,
saber-tooth something.
It's on my bucket list. I know that before I die, I want to ride a giant.
You want to wield that full armor.
You got to get that armor made first, right? Do you have that back at the office?
Pieces, probably.
Pieces of it, yeah. We do actually. It's funny. We do have some cosplayers in the office. One of them is actually playing the game right now. She could probably tell me how I might be able to get that
Did
on.
you do any of the characters from this or no?
I don't know.
we're gonna have to find out.
We have not done any Dragon's Crown cosplay yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have several cosplayers in the office. I'm sure who could teach me how to maybe make that suit of armor so I could ride the
And
tiger.
then you come in as the giant saber-tooth
That's
thief.
right.
Ride
maybe for the next show.
That's one of those Halloween costumes, right? So you just have this giant mount, but the little bitty legs on the side of your hips.
Right. I don't know. Archer's kind of, that's kind of my thing.
The animation is so beautiful. Look
I
at the
know,
way the
it's-
boat is kind of tilted.
Oh, it's
there.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Justin, do you tell our guests about the weird thing I do with picking a character?
I was going to bring that up.
because that plays into this game hugely.
So Ryan, this is the first time you ever described this to me. Ryan is a madman, and he has this thing where he will decide what class he wants to play the most, and then he will deny himself of that class until he does everything else. Or if there's a certain type of way to play a game, or if there's a certain experience that he's really looking forward to it, he will save it until the very end when he's done literally everything else there is to do. And he never ends up getting to the thing that he wants to do.
And that
you're
does happen sometimes.
Really big on delayed gratification then.
Yeah,
right?
I am big on having something to look forward to. So when I boot up Dragon's Crown, I'm like, oh man, wizard, sorceress, maybe like the Amazon, they all look awesome. I'm gonna play the fighter, and I just like roll in with the character I would probably not pick first, and then I ended up playing him for like all that time. I don't think I ever played another character in my entire Dragon's Crown experience.
Man,
my goodness.
You're missing out on some dwarf throwing enemies, man. That's
Dude,
amazing.
I know.
So after you've done that, have you found that all of a sudden you really like playing that other character and you never expected it?
Yeah, totally. And it also opens me up to things where like I feel like I would normally not either pick a mission, a character, a class in like an RPG, and then I end up really liking it. That's actually why I kind of got into melee and berserker style character classes, because I'm like, when I was a kid, magic user all the way.
Yeah, magic user all the way.
You
Always.
throw that cloak on me, you give me that
Sorcerer
staff, you give me that floating orb above my hand, and I'm good to go. But then throw like a big old battle axe in my hand, I'm like, what the hell is this?
What do I do with this?
What do I throw it on the ground? Give it to your saber tiger monster. Anyway, sorry, there's still a lot of footage here. And also, by the way, there's a ton of really cool little things you can do. Like, for example, you saw the little hand floating above to interact with the environment. There's a lot of environmental interaction in this game.
A lot of secrets to discover, which you talked about some of the art earlier.
Right, yeah.
What are some other secrets people have discovered?
I mean, that's it. There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of bosses. There's actually part of the cooking mechanic. You have to go and hunt these rare monsters just to have ingredients so you can make, like, the most powerful food. Give yourselves a leg up.
Then it gives you a rank or bonus of something.
Right, it also gives you stats for the next next
Makes
level.
it easier to get better ranks, to get better loot, to go on more hunts.
Yeah, one really cool thing, your treasures get better as your adventure goes. But you can string your adventures long. You don't have to go to one area then back to town. You can just keep adventuring. You can actually collect a lot of the items that are key to the game in one run if you want to risk.
You're good.
Yeah.
And you have a little luck on your side, maybe. Do we have any favorites between you guys for characters to play?
Oh man, I put so many hours into Elf and Sorceress. Elves, oh man, the tech for elves is like, they're so in depth. She can charge her arrows, she's like up close melee, she can do juggles, stun lock combos. Oh man, she's amazing.
Yeah, when I was playing, I played as Elf as well. I just love that the ranged thing, and she looks so cool with the cloak and everything. Like,
oh man, and she looks so cool.
So rad.
It's just so cool.
And we're riding dinos.
That's what I was gonna say.
Woo!
Riding dinos.
Riding dinos. What is this? Horizon Zero Dawn over here? Come on. So, gentlemen, we before as we get, I think are we coming up on the boss?
Yeah.
Is that?
We got the gazer.
Close.
Yes.
Yeah.
This guy freaks me out a little bit.
I feel like there's nothing scarier than someone covered in eyes.
Yes.
Right?
Correct. Now, picture my face. Now, picture it covered in eyes. Yeah, you don't like that one bit. Yeah, so to reiterate, Dragon's Crown Pro, you said it's coming what time?
Spring 2018.
Spring 2018.
Yeah. Pre-orders are up now. People want atlas.com/Dragon's Crown.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Jacob, it's like you've done this before.
It's like I have. Yeah.
Yeah. 4K support on PS4 Pro, which, that there is an argument for that 4K TV right there, man.
Well, I think the most impressive thing here, and the thing that's actually probably going to get me to go back and pick this up, is the cross-save support with the PS3 and Vita versions of the game. So I don't feel like I lost that progress that I put into it before.
I mean, for my part, that's a big selling point because if I put in a dozen hours, but I didn't necessarily make it all the way, and now I want to pick up my game, I don't have to redo everything I've already done. I mean,
oh, sorry, I didn't
I
cut
just
you off.
pick it up right where I was.
Yeah, yeah. Are you able to talk about like what that support looks like? Is it as simple as me going to my PS3 game and like uploading or something? Do you know what that looks like?
So there's going to be a cross-save option.
Okay.
And then you just go there, upload it, and you get it on your PS4.
Even I could do it.
Yeah,
All right.
super simple.
Before we let you guys go, do we have any final thoughts or things that you feel like, let's say someone that's never played Dragon's Crown before, what is the thing that is going to get them into this game?
Well, one thing I definitely want to make sure I mention is, for those who, whether you like the Japanese voices or the English voices, this is dual audio in it. So both are there. If you're in Europe and you're like, oh, I just wish it was in something besides English, well, there's text in this game. It's going to be localized in French, Italian, German, Spanish.
Awesome.
We definitely are committed to the European market. We want to make sure that they can enjoy these games.
Awesome. Look at you guys. That's not easy, throwing all the language on there. So
I mean, it's a lot of work.
I'll let your team beat this boss before we end the set. Yeah.
Hopefully we can get some cooking going on.
What's that?
Hopefully we get some cooking going on.
Okay, wait. If we can get to a cooking segment at the end of this.
It's random,
Treasure
so
rank
hopefully we...
Let's see.
Nice.
Are we going to get...
Oh, man, let's go. Man, they went to work.
They've played this game for a few hours.
Show me a cooking scene.
No.
All right. Well, we tried.
You'll have to see it for yourself in spring
Yeah.
2018.
2018. Jacob, Jason, thank you, gentlemen, so much. Any final thoughts for our audience?
No, I think that about
Enjoy the
You're like, no, we got it. We got it. Dragon's Den.
I hope they enjoy
Sarah,
it. I think we all hope they really enjoy it.
Well, I am so happy to see it coming back. So thank you guys again for being here. And thank you everyone for watching at home. And we have more to come from PlayStation Experience 2017. Do not go anywhere and stay with us.
PlayStation